We're riffing from, reading from and reviewing an article from VentureBeat.com. Kyle Wiggers over there wrote this. It's about a tool to measure bias in speech recognition models. We're picking up where we left off yesterday, and yesterday's flash briefing is also available on YouTube, and also it's available as a podcast as well. So if you missed that yesterday, go back and check that out. So yesterday we were talking about essentially how they want to diagnose and mitigate the impact of factors like age, gender and accent in voice recognition systems. They is Artie, which is a startup developing a platform for mobile games on social media. So all interesting stuff. And they've applied the Artie Bias Corpus, the ABC, to Mozilla's open source deep speech models, which were trained on at least one corpora with a known bias towards North American English. And in another experiment, they evaluated gender bias in publicly available Google and Amazon US English models. Now, according to researchers, the deep speech indeed did show a bias towards US and GB accents, but not a gender bias. On the other hand, Google's US English model showed, quote, statistically significant gender bias compared with Amazon's transcribes US English model. So it performed an average 6.4% worse on female speakers. So no word from Google on their interpretation of that kind of data. But the article concludes, as voice tech becomes more common, we discover how fragile it can be. In some cases, demographic bias can render a tech unusable for someone because of their demographic. This is according to Josh Meyer, who's a lead scientist over there at Artie. Quote, even for well-resourced languages like English, state-of-the-art speech recognisers can't understand all native accents reliably, and they often understand men better than women. The solution is to face the problem and work towards solutions. Interesting stuff about that possible bias in things like age and gender and accent as well. It's from the guys over at VentureBeat.com. You can read it there, or also via the smartspeakers.com/links. I'm Peter Stewart from London.
Part of the Briefcast.fm network.